If you thought the world of generative AI was moving at lightning speed, get ready for maybe an even bigger shift. The buzz around AI agents is growing louder, well, pretty much by the day. Some are calling them the next big thing, and not just that, but potentially a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. Yeah. We're talking about AI evolving really fast beyond just creating content or responding to prompts. Today, we're taking a deep dive into these AI agents. What exactly are they? How are they fundamentally different from the chatbots or maybe the simple co-pilots you already know? And why are they looking like they could reshape, well, almost every industry? Our mission today is simple. Equip you with a clear understanding of this emerging tech. We'll explore some fascinating real-world applications and also highlight the crucial considerations we all need to think about as this technology grows up. Okay, let's unpack this.
Absolutely. And I think the best way to unpack it is, like you said, to understand that fundamental shift first. We're really seeing a major evolution here. AI is moving from primarily being a tool for, say, generating content or answering questions to becoming more like a partner in actually doing things in task execution. Think of them less as just smart tools and maybe more like evolving digital coworkers. Now, this promises to reshape how businesses and individuals, too, operate on a really fundamental level. But as you highlighted, it also brings up a whole new set of challenges, ones we need to navigate very carefully.
That's a powerful way to put it, from content creation to task execution.
Yeah.
So, okay, when we talk about AI agents, how should we really define them? What makes them different from the generative AI we've heard so much about? What's this sort of core revolutionary piece here?
Right, that's the perfect question to start with. At its core, an AI agent is sophisticated software, but it's designed not just to generate something, but to actively carry out tasks to achieve a goal you give it. It can observe its environment, understand that information, learn as it goes, and then, importantly, use other software tools. It's almost like, an operating system for other applications, all to complete its mission. What's truly revolutionary here, the key differentiator, really, is their autonomy. Unlike a chatbot where, you type a prompt, you get a response back and wait. An AI agent doesn't just sit there waiting for your next instruction. It can, and this is a quote from Aaron Chason at VST, it can think and act on its own accord. He describes them as being able to plan and carry out multiple steps to achieve goals. And this ability, it often comes from a smart mix of things like internal memory to keep track of context, access to external tools like APIs to interact with other systems,
Right.
and decision-making modules that let them react dynamically, not just follow some rigid script.
Okay, so it's not just following one instruction. It's like an orchestrator, managing a whole series of actions to hit a complex target. That example Shesang used about planning a trip to London, that really makes it click for me. You wouldn't just type, plan my London trip, and get, like, a document back. Instead, the agent, or maybe multiple agents, would break that big goal down. One AI agent might research and book flights. Another takes on finding and booking hotels based on what you like. And maybe a third gives you personalized tips for restaurants and sites, all working together. It's way beyond simple automation.
Exactly right. And it's important to clarify, when we say autonomous, it doesn't necessarily mean totally unsupervised. Not yet, anyway. There will still be points where they query you, ask for approval, especially for critical steps. The real goal here is to streamline those really tedious multi-step processes. It lets humans focus on the higher-level decisions, the oversight, instead of getting bogged down in repetitive stuff. It's about much smarter human-AI collaboration.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So if that's the core idea, the autonomy and task execution, the next question that just springs to mind is, where are these agents actually starting to pop up in the real world? Which companies are kind of leading the charge here? I remember NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, he joked, though, maybe half seriously, that the IT department of every company is going to be the HR department of AI agents in the future. That gives you a sense of the scale people are thinking about.
It really does, and he might not be entirely joking, though we should be clear, the field is still pretty early. Andy Treidman, he's a partner at Theory Ventures. They invest in software firms. He points out that AI agents aren't ready for production in most use cases. He says many tasks are just too complex right now, and even for possible ones, the models aren't successful 100% of the time. So there's work to do. But that multi-trillion-dollar opportunity idea, it isn't just about doing current tasks faster. It's about enabling totally new business models, new capabilities that just weren't feasible before, creating whole new markets through this advanced automation. And we are seeing some big players, especially financial giants like MasterCard and Visa, making early moves. MasterCard has something called Agent Pay. It lets AI get deeply involved in payments. Imagine, say, a small business using an agent to handle sourcing, logistics, maybe optimize payment terms, and then complete the purchase with a MasterCard, all without a human needing to click every button. Visa's doing similar things with their intelligent commerce platform. Even Amazon has its Buy For Me service. It's in beta now, using this kind of agentic AI, meaning AI with planning and action skills baked in to buy things for customers even outside of Amazon. These are foundational steps.
That's genuinely fascinating, watching these first practical uses emerge. And here's where it gets really interesting for me, especially thinking about big businesses, the enterprise space. Beyond those payment examples, huge enterprise software companies, Salesforce, ServiceNow, Oracle, Microsoft, they're all investing heavily. They're building their own AI agents to automate huge chunks of the business operations. And their big advantage, of course, is they already have access to massive amounts of company data and workflows. That stuff is absolutely gold for training these agents effectively. Salesforce's Agentforce platform is a really good example. They're making it sound incredibly easy to build and roll out agents, sometimes in minutes. You might have even seen their TV ads with Matthew McConaughey. Sometimes Woody Harrelson joins him. That signals just how big a deal this is for them strategically. Kishan Shaitan, who runs Service Cloud at Salesforce, he really nails it. He says Agentforce goes beyond chatbots and co-pilots. It aims to make decisions and take action, like resolving customer cases autonomously. And he gave this fantastic, really concrete example, the sales coach agent. Imagine an agent helping salespeople practice their pitch, figure out how to handle objections, even negotiate deals through realistic role-playing, customized for each situation. And then it gives feedback strikes, weaknesses, actionable steps, all based on the company's actual CRM data. Think about the training potential there. Personalized coaching, on demand, adapting to countless sales scenarios. That's a potential game changer for developing skills.
Absolutely. And if we connect that to the bigger picture, you start to see how these specific high-value uses are popping up across different industries. It's not just the giants. There are some really innovative startups making significant waves, often by tackling very specific, complex problems. Take MindCorp, for example, co-founded by Michelle Krames, formerly from McKinsey. She's using AI agents to dramatically cut down management consulting project timelines, think weeks down to hours. How? By having agents autonomously gather data, analyze reports, even draft initial strategic recommendations. Then you've got Sierra. Brett Taylor, who you might know as the ex-CTO of Facebook and later co-CEO of Salesforce, is a co-founder there. Sierra is laser-focused on improving customer service and support. They're already working with big names like SiriusXM, Sonos, ADT. And get this, they just raised $175 million at a valuation of $4.5 billion. Huge numbers. And in healthcare, there's Hippocratic AI. They're developing specialized AI models for really important tasks, things like pre-op check-ins, follow-ups after discharge, managing chronic care, scheduling appointments. They've pulled in $141 million in funding at a $1.64 billion valuation. So these examples, they really show how agents are targeting specific, often repetitive, but still complex problems where the efficiency gains could be enormous.
Okay, as exciting as all this is, and it really is exciting, it's impossible not to think about the potential downsides too, the challenges. What happens when these autonomous agents make mistakes? Big ones. Or if they misunderstand something, a critical business process. These questions jump out immediately when you talk about software that can think and act on its own.
They absolutely should. The autonomous decision-making power, it's potent, but it definitely comes with significant risk. Just imagine an agent misreading financial data and accidentally approving a massive incorrect invoice. That could mean serious financial loss. Or maybe even more seriously, think about a healthcare agent. If it misinterprets symptoms or maybe misses something in the medical history because the data isn't perfect, it could lead to a wrong diagnosis or suggest inappropriate treatments. The stakes here can be incredibly high. These aren't just minor bugs. And this is exactly why human oversight is, well, absolutely critical, paramount. Chris Moss over at Dun & Bradstreet, working on small business solutions, he really emphasizes the need for constant updates to keep things accurate, and also to prevent what he calls false feedback loops, where an agent might just keep making the same mistake over and over. He underlines that it's crucial to still have a human in the loop to ensure there is proper oversight. So if we're shifting from humans doing all the tasks to humans supervising agents, well, that changes our roles, doesn't it? We'll need new skills. Skills focused on understanding how agents behave, auditing their decisions, setting clear boundaries for them. It's really about developing a kind of agent literacy and building strong oversight systems.
That's such a crucial point. It's not just about building the tech, but fundamentally rethinking how we interact with it, how we manage it. And for you, listening, protecting your privacy becomes even more important too. Always stay informed about security And, check carefully how any information you share is actually being used by these agent systems.
Absolutely right. And another huge hurdle, one that maybe doesn't get enough attention, is the IT infrastructure itself. Our current systems, frankly, weren't built for the kind of complexity AI agents bring. Andy Triedman, the venture capitalist we mentioned earlier, he points this out too. Agents need to integrate and authenticate with different applications. That's complicated. They need a secure environment to run code, also not trivial. And they need good observability and analytics so developers can track performance, fix problems, and make sure they're reliable. Now, companies are working incredibly fast on these issues, building new frameworks, new tools, but the solutions are definitely still evolving, which raises that really important question: how do we find the right balance between harnessing this incredible potential and managing the inherent risks of systems that act more and more on their own? And how fast can our underlying tech keep up?
That's a perfect place to pause and kind of synthesize. So to recap our deep dive today, AI agents are these sophisticated autonomous systems designed to do tasks. They're fundamentally different from chatbots because they can plan and execute complex multi-step goals. We're seeing them start to make an impact in sectors like finance and big enterprise software. Major companies and really interesting startups are both pushing the envelope here. But as we've discussed, it's definitely still early days. There are significant risks, big infrastructure challenges that need solving before they become truly widespread. So what does all this mean for you? Well, understanding these developments isn't just about tracking tech news anymore. It feels crucial as AI keeps weaving itself deeper into our daily lives, our work lives, the way we interact with technology, the kinds of tasks we focus on, maybe even what our jobs look like. It all seems poised for another big transformation. It really makes you wonder, are we becoming less the doers and more the orchestrators or supervisors of AI?
Exactly. And as these AI agents become more common, it really makes you think about what new kinds of digital collaboration and maybe even digital supervision we might soon just take for granted. Will our main role in many fields shift from directly doing the work to ensuring the quality, the efficiency, the appropriate behavior of our agent coworkers? It's a really fascinating thought to chew on for the future. How do we build trust in these systems, and what incredible new levels of human AI teamwork might become possible?